Tasha Player of Player Media. I have a passion for sharing the hearts of our entrepreneurs, the movers and shakers here in Central Florida, the Carolinas, you name it, internationally. But tonight we have a special guest. We have Mr. Corie Murray. Now, Corie is a significant, beautiful young man. And usually people don't use the word description of beautiful when we're talking about men, but his spirit is beautiful. His heart is beautiful. And so we want you guys to show some love to Corie. Corie, welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me. I'm ready to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about this generational wealth, finance and business. Because this Black Men Sundays, let's go.
Black Men Sundays. And Corie, that title alone is so heavy. Black Men Sundays, right? We're going to take our time tonight because we want to get into the foundation, behind that. If you guys can see Corie's title, he's the host of Black Men Sundays, which is a powerful podcast and platform in itself, right? So Corie, let's take us down the journey, so to speak. And before you give us so much of the layers of everything, let us know. So a lot of people who may not be familiar with Black Men Sundays. So tell us, in your own way, how did Black Men Sundays come about and what really inspired you to create this platform?
Well, first off, I want to say thanks for having me again. Black Men Sundays, we have 105 episodes. That's 105 hours, not 105 minutes, 105 hours of generational wealth talk, finance, business, and mental health talk. But, let me rewind back to the pandemic. So I had no idea I'd be doing a podcast. I'm a news photojournalist. I carry the camera, but photojournalist means, if you're by yourself, you could ask questions. You could help the producers write scripts. It's not just, okay, I'm going to just go shoot it, give it to you. I can kind of give you producer input. I got that FAMU education, FAMU swag, all that. But anyway, but I had no idea I'd be hosting a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was. I'm going to keep it real with you. Like 2020, we in the pandemic. And I'm going to just be honest. I sucked at, if I said I'm going to call you Friday, I might get called in early. And then, oh man, I forgot to call you. And then it'd be a week later. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So I said, we in the pandemic, we all in the house. Let's just set a Zoom up. Brothers from high school, Bethel High School in Virginia, a brother from Virginia on here. So, Bethel High School, Hampton, VA in the house.
Nice.
And then I went to FAMU, went to Old Dominion first, but I went to FAMU, made a lot of friends there. Started working in the TV business. So, I had layers of friends in different arenas. So I was like, man, it'd be cool to just on Sundays, I'm going to send y'all the link.
Okay.
Just jump on. I don't know what we're talking about, but you know what? We're talking about, like, if it was August, September, we talking about football. If it was, March, we talking March Madness, ODU, Richmond. I see you on there, T. But the thing about it for us, it was deeper than that. It allowed me to be able to say, okay, every Sunday at 4:00, just hop on this Zoom, yo. We don't know what we're talking about. We just talking. But guess what started happening? It was me, my best man in my wedding. This brother has a master's in public policy. My brother Ed from FAMU, who tried to take my girl back in the day, but I'm married now. I'm over that. You know my wife. You still be acting like you still sore over that and all that. But anyway, my man Ed. This brother's an attorney. He got his own private practice in Tampa Bay, Florida. I had my little brother Jay on. He's like 10 years under me. So, I had him. I just had like a lot of. I had a financial advisor on. My homeboy Gary from Duval, Jacksonville, was an accountant. Okay. So we just all, but I'm not realizing from a professional perspective, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm realizing, okay, that's my dog from school. We used to go to the moon in Tallahassee. We used to do this. We used to do that. So, but then as we started talking, because think about it, from 4 to 5 o'clock, okay, you're going, talk about sports for a little bit. But then what started happening was brothers started saying, man, I was at work, this happened. Yeah. He was like, what? So, what you do? Man, I'm a lawyer. I'm this, I'm that. So then what started happening over time, so I'm kind of like trying to speed it up a little bit. What started happening was brothers that couldn't make it on a certain Sunday Oh man, I'm mad I missed the conversation. Can you send me a copy? I'm like, what you mean a copy, bro? This, I'm on the free Zoom. Ain't no recording, none of that. We just on that thing live after 40 minutes, and we was vibing like that. We just pressed it. I would kick everybody out.
Yeah.
And then just hey, join this link. And that's how we did it. You know what I'm saying? Black Men Sunday's infancy. This 2020, we in the pandemic. But I started getting weekly because I'm doing this every Sunday. Think about it. You ain't available every Sunday.
Right.
You might want to fry some fish. You might want to go out of town with your family. You might want to go see some family. It's Easter's on a Sunday. You think I'm having a show? Nah, we good. We're a week ahead. But anyway, let me get back to it. For me, when brothers started saying, "Man, I'm missing the show," I wish you had a recording of just what y'all talking. I'm like, bro, we on this thing for like 2 hours just. Wow. We just talking. Like, you really want me to record this? I got a Mac laptop. That's gonna be like 20 gigs. He's like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to hear it. It's great information.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I was asleep, and I feel like a friend of mine told me, when you wake up, like if you like people call it Sunday scaries, but I don't have scaries, man. But I might wake up like at 4 a.m, 5 a.m. I'm like, wow, I'm waking, wow, I'm up, and my brain is just rocking. I'm hearing this, do this, and something in my brain said, bro, make that a podcast. You already have a podcast. And it's like 4:20 in the morning. I look at my alarm, and we black, but me and the white, we got like 2 dogs. The dogs sleep in the bed. They don't sleep outside. They don't sleep in cages. They on the bed with us. And I got a big old pit bull, 70 pounds. So, when he starts shaking and kicking and having a crazy dream, you wake right up. But I started having these thoughts. And I was thinking to myself, well, how can I make this a podcast? And something told me, bro, listen, you a professional photojournalist. You shoot and edit for other folks.
Right.
Do something for yourself. Like, think about it. Like, what bothers me? I have a friend does Microsoft Excel all day long. I'm like, can I get a spreadsheet? You know what she say? Nah, we use templates. I don't even really know the program. I'm like, hold on, you making all this money on a template? The same template from like 20 years ago. Right. So that made me feel like, hold up.
Come on.
So I said, okay, all I need is an intro. We have the content.
Yeah.
I need a song. So shout out to my brother Don Faquan out of Atlanta. He's from Bad News, Virginia, by the way. If y'all know anything about Virginia hip hop, y'all know Don Faquan is rap with Nas, Just a Moment. Yeah. Quick shout out. We on the book and all that. So I gotta show love on here.
Love it.
But yeah. So at that point, I just, pulled my pen out and I said, I'm a journalist. Right. Make an intro. You nice with it. Let's go. Black Men Sundays. I said, okay. Hey, my name is Corie Murray. We're talking about generational wealth, finance, and business. I said, okay, that's cool. Put the song in there. Introduce your boy from Eric from Huntsville, aka Hunts Vegas, Alabama. Introduce him, have him do the Black Men Sunday Spotlight. Introduce that guest and make sure that guest know they on Black Men Sundays. This is just the barbershop conversation. This ain't the news conversation. Like, I'm keeping it a buck on here. We're talking about this money. We might use some terminology that, you might have got from your grandma back in the day, some knowledge. So we drop all that, but at the same time, we're, spreading the wealth of knowledge. Yeah. So that's how
in a relatable way.
Yeah.
I love it. And so with that, so it sounds like, so during the pandemic, you and a bunch of your friends, you already connected, whether through college, a little competition, and y'all just chatting it up on a Sunday evening, and I'm sure the raw, authentic topics, like, and that's such a profound movement, because that shows a support of the Black man, and not saying that's limited to that, but that's how it started. Like, that's the support and that strength that you guys were able to lean on one another, especially in the pandemic, right? Because you're social distancing.
Yeah, definitely.
Connected.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's dope. I love it.
But at the same time, that's what makes Black Men Sundays unique. Because when you look at other podcasts, you typically have a professional financial advisor, an accountant, You have somebody that has phenomenal money management skills. I'm from a single parent household, man. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, East New York, Brownsville.
Yeah.
And I'm from Newport News, aka Bad News, Virginia. So, you know, when you get a little bit of money and you in your 20s, you don't know how to spend it. You buying all the stuff you couldn't buy when you was a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where the podcast came out, where I said, okay, I'm a black man trying to make $1 out of 50. Well, you know, it's inflation. I'm trying to make $1 out of like 10 cents now because it's crazy. So I said, let me bring brothers on that are in C-suites, that are celebrities, that are just killing it. Let's bring them on. Talk. Because you know what? I'm a black man. Like, I don't believe you unless you bring somebody that look like me.
Gotcha.
Talk like me a little bit. You could be from the Bronx, you could be from wherever, but you know, as long as we can vibe a little bit,
right?
I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it, but if you're broke, I don't want to hear from you. I'm just keeping it real. That was my move. I mean, now it's different because you know that broke man might have been rich 20 years ago, but you don't know that. But just being in my early 20s, getting cash and decent checks, that was the vibe. So I said, I need to bring this to Black Men Sunday. So that's what we did.
Wow. I love that. And you know, something about and black men on here, whatever, man, brown, yellow, what we are specifically talking about black men in this segment, but for this moment right now. But something that you said, Corie, that stood out to me as a black woman is kind of like that safe space. We may be going off on a tangent a little bit when you said, like, when I'm able to hear a conversation or hear something from a man that looks like me, that speaks like me. They may not be from the same, not that you're from the hood, you know, I'm from the hood, you know, corner from the hood, but it's like that shared experience. Would you say that the shared experiences of the Black experience creates a certain level of trust that is not easily found from another community? Is that shared experience something that is that something that you guys like, I don't know, like, is attracted to, like a magnetic, so to speak?
Nah, I don't think so. Because when we, as a collective, like again, we're all professional black men. I remember, man, we was like 25. My boy Shane, mom, man, y'all young tenders. Don't let them sisters take advantage of y'all. They know y'all black men got some money. But I didn't really understand what she was saying. It was kind of like, okay, we young tenders, we cool. You know, we in the clubs, we in Orlando, we in Whispers. We in the Moon in Tallahassee. We were having a good time, popping bottles. We're like, wow, this is the first time we've had money in our lives. You know what I'm saying? We from single parent households where they struggled their whole time. You know what I'm saying? So now we get a little taste. It's like, well, let me get a taste. I want some Remy. I want some Moet. I want to do what I saw on TV as a kid. That you can't do that.
Wow.
But fast forwarding that, what started happening was, you know, I wake up Monday, Tuesday morning. I'm looking at my bank account. I'm like, -200.
Say that a little louder, Corie.
-200, -500. And you know, my check back there, you know, we talking back in the day, my check was probably like might have been 800. And I done spent I'm -500. I ain't even paid the bills yet. You know what I'm saying? So that taught me at a young age. It was like, you know, you need some type of financial accountability. You need some financial literacy in your life, man. Yeah, that's cool. You have fun. You bought some Jordans. That's cool.
Yeah.
You had an apartment. That's cool. You know, you went to the club. You popped a few bottles. You know, back when the Cristal and the Belvedere. That's cool.
Yeah.
But guess what? That Monday, Tuesday, because you know sometimes it don't hit on Monday. It might hit you on Tuesday.
All the transactions on Tuesday.
Yeah, but then guess what? That energy bill. Hey, the bill due Wednesday, the lights on. You're like, oh. So I just, you know, yeah. So that goes back to the impetus of Black Men Sundays, because I'm like, I want to have a guest every Sunday that we all can relate to. You know, if you're from the hood, and I didn't say I'm from the hood, I'm saying I'm from a single parent household, just not in the best neighborhood, but I ain't gonna call it the hood because it was cool. Like, it was cool out there. But I'm just saying, like, imagine every Sunday you could listen to a podcast. And you have professionals from all over the world, all walks of life. And they giving you their story, but they showing you and they telling you their secrets to their success.
Yeah.
the light bulb in my head. Like it was almost like the cartoon with the light bulb over your head with like the little cloud. And I was like, oh, this is it. And I just started rocking with it.
Yeah.
And we started being consistent on Sundays. You know, people started listening. The numbers started going up. I'm like, there we go. We out here.
We out here. And so, Corie, the thing too that's so amazing about that is that the reach, the reach now, the next generation that's coming up behind us. So where once upon a time we would have just gotten information passed down from our uncles' mouths, so to speak, but they can literally log on, tune in to a platform such as yours, Black Men Sundays, and get that wisdom and knowledge, even if they don't have an Uncle Henry to say, you know what, oh, give me the game, Unc. But if I don't have that as a resource, or if I'm raised in a single parent household, whether it's by my mom alone, my father alone, there's a community, and we have to realize that community in a variety of forms, such as digital platforms that empower our youth, and to really make a difference. So kudos to you for pushing through and seeing the vision within the vision when that happened. And you could have been like, you know what, I'm not going to, because it does take dedication. You do have to map out for your shows, right? And you're strategic about that. So because of you are going to and have been reaching generations, young and old, to change their legacy, so to speak. So we say salute to you for that.
No, I appreciate that. And again, our show is about generational wealth. I say generational wealth, mental health, finance, and business. But you notice generational wealth comes first. So, we don't charge for this. We have 105 shows. I told y'all in the beginning, 105 shows, 105 hours. So let me tell you something real quick, because, it's Friday night. I've been up since 5 in the morning. I'm just going to keep it all the way $1. If you don't know what an annuity is, if you don't know what an investment is, if you're not getting money, if you don't know what real estate is, if you don't own a home, but you don't even know how to own a home, or if you own a home and you want to own multiple homes, you don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to set your finances up for the future, if you don't even know how to select a financial advisor, if you don't know how to select a financial if you don't know how to select an accountant, you hyping me up, right? And I'm turning up. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you don't know how to do none of that, Black Men Sundays is for you.
Yeah, it's for you.
Because like I'm telling you, I'm not an expert. I'm just a brother working a 9 to 5, living this life, figuring it out. And I'm first generation. Like, I'm first generation with all this. College degree, all that. But at the same time, that's no excuse, because guess what? When my Duke bill is due, when my AT&T bill is due, guess what? They don't want to hear that. They want to, sir, Mr. Murray, are you going to make that payment today or tomorrow, right? or do you need an extension? And I'm
which card do you want to use?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So this is what Black Men Sundays is about. Like, it's what it's about. And the thing about it is, like I said, the sweet part about it is, it's not just me talking. It's not just me asking. I got my brothers from FAMU, from North Carolina A&T, from Alabama A&M. I'm FAMU all day. Think about and these are all professionals asking questions. And what's unique about it is, when I have the guest on, I always ask the guests before they get off, are you enjoying yourself on Black Men Sundays? You know what they all say? Oh, this is great. I wish I could do it. I'm like, you can do this whenever you want. You can come on and you can come on and hang out in the audience. Right. Like we on that. Like, it's not like I said, I'm not asking all the questions. I'm gonna get mine off. I'm from Bethel High School, Sam School, Allen Iverson. I'm gonna get my questions off. I don't pass the ball for about 20 minutes. I'm like little Michael. I'm like little Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like Diana Ross, give him the mic. She ain't getting it back for like 30 minutes. He gonna kill it. But what I like to do is share the mic to get other Black men's perspective, and what that has been able, and what that has allowed us to do is it actually allowed other races to be comfortable, and it also allowed Black women to be comfortable, because think about it, it's called Black Men Sundays. I had sisters scheduled, and they was like, Corie, I don't feel comfortable coming on the show. I'm like, why? Because it's called Black Men Sundays. I said, but who cares? We talk about generational wealth, finance, and business. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
We're preaching this to black men. You don't have to be a black man. We got white men on the show, white women on the show.
Yes.
Come on, we got black. Come on, man. Don't get me turned up tonight.
It's not limited.
It's Friday. That's right. Let's
go.
Go.
But you know what? When we are aware, Corie, and like when you putting that content out there, and so like I am recently, I would say, grown into the knowledge of the importance of an annuity, the importance of IULs. We have three little ones. We have twins. They turned 7 months today. Gotta get them a little, I don't know, snack or something. But they turned 7 months today, and we have a 3-year-old. They all have IULs. They all have several policies and coverages, because had I known, well, if my parents knew what I know now, I would have been set. So, and it's not limited to like, okay, you have to invest it into college or whatever. You want to own your own business. If you want to take that and reinvest that money. And when we start them off young at a couple of months, it's like a savings account on steroids. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I made a post a couple of months ago, because I do have my broker's license, right? I don't utilize it as much, but I'm getting, it's a little secret that I got. But when I come into contact with people, I'm always sharing like, hey, let's put down a couple of Starbucks a month and set ourselves up for that generational wealth, like the Rockefellers did it. There's so many people that have done it, and I'm no expert in the game of that, but I know enough to set mine up, for success. And so I just encourage people, like, come on, let's empower each other, and let's, especially in that arena. And a lot of people are afraid, Corie, to talk about it. They're afraid.
And that's why we have Black Men Sundays. I was afraid to talk about it. You think when I was eating dinner, we was at the dinner table talking about financial literacy and money? But I'm gonna give my mom some credit on this, because here's what I see a lot of parents these days doing that I totally disagree with. When my mom struggled, I didn't know none of that. When we were in situations where she was struggling and she may have got let go of a job and she was looking, I didn't know none of that. And I feel like these days parents, me and my mom, we're like best friends. But my problem is, I don't want to, like, it bothers me when I hear kids say that the mom is, treating them like a best friend, but they're telling them their financial woes and things of that sort. Like, I'm just not with that, because my mom, from Brownsville, Brooklyn, it's different up there. If you know about Brownsville, Brooklyn, life is different up there. But I'm just saying the point of it is, because of the struggle that she went through, she understood, certain things. That's adult conversation.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And I think too, Corie, when it comes down to that, it's a certain level, like a balance. Like that's my experience too. Like you reflecting back, I'm like, I knew now as an adult, I know that there was a struggle, but I didn't know we were in the struggle, so to speak. I think a good balance of like, hey, like having those conversations, like when you're in the store, not like, oh, you can't get that, but you can't get this because, and here's when check and balances come in. So those are teachable moments in the moment where we can utilize and teach our kids, like, hey, the budget is stretched for this month, and so it teaches that discipline. And so it's not like I'm withholding everything, so you're crippled when you get out there, but it's like, okay, let me give you a little bit of this, as much as you can handle, so I think it's, it's probably all about balance now. And for the parents, I saw this on Instagram. I don't know, Corie, if you saw it or not, right? But this young lady, she was 28 and she was in tears because she's married. She was in tears. She was on Instagram, and she was saying how she's 28, but when she was 18 or so, her mom put like a bill in her name or something like that. Yeah. And so now to this day, it's still affecting her. Is like electricity or something like that. But that wasn't her. You know what I mean? So, so those are some tight spots,
But I remember that like in the early, like I want to say like early 90s. So think about it. It's 2024. So it's affecting you now. I remember just hearing, adults, I was kind of the little bad kid eavesdropping in adult conversations, butting in. See, now when a kid butting in, nothing happened. Back then you get that backhand, don't get it switched. Like, but I used to hear the conversations where, hey, I can't get the light bill in my name. I can't get this apartment. but I got this 6-month-old, I got this two-year-old, and that's what they were doing at the time. And then, yeah, when they grow up, they start resenting the parents because they're like, you got this in my name, not realizing, okay, well, I got it in your name because I was struggling and I heard somebody else do it and it worked for them. But over time, that's another reason why we do Black Men Sundays, because it's like, nah, you don't have to do that.
Yeah. And Corie, the flip side of that, if the parent is financially disciplined, okay, when you get 16, I'm going to put you on my American Express because the balance is going to be 2%, 3%, under 30%. And so that's going to build your credit, But if you're not disciplined, if you don't have it together, like, don't do it,
Yeah, cars ain't your friend. They'll mess you up.
Yeah. So I've heard so many, different things, but we're going to shift it back to just kind of the foundation and the purpose of, like you've already elaborated so well on the purpose and the heart behind Black Men Sundays. But how do you, I guess with those themes, how do you from podcast to podcast, or from episode to episode, come up with those topics, and how do you kind of keep it fresh in ways that it connects to the community?
Actually, that's a great question. Very interesting. Honestly, I don't do that. The guests do. So here's what happens. So let's say I have you come on Black Men Sundays, right? Typically, I vet, I vet the guests, I talk to them, or the publicist contacts me. But typically what I try to do is I try to think, okay, what am I going to get from this conversation? And then how can I apply this immediately to my life? If there's if in any of those questions, we're not doing it. But typically, I've been blessed. Like I said, we have 105 episodes, so I've been blessed to where, I would say honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. Like the first 40 shows was like it was rough.
Yeah,
like it was rough. Like I would, call people that may have referred other people. Hey, you got to call this guy. He's great. Then you call him. He don't answer the phone. He answered the phone. He don't know who you are. Then I'm on the phone for like 2. My wife is like, man, you talking on the phone like you one of the girls, man. Like, come on, man. It's 8:00 at night. You on the phone till 10. I don't get no time with you. And then by the time you come upstairs, we're watching Live the Single, and then you falling asleep. I don't get no time with you because you're on the phone. Yeah, but that was the grind. The first 30, 40 shows, I had to kind of pitch Black Men Sundays.
Right.
And then after pitching it with my energy, just like how we talking right now, they said, okay, I'll do it. But then what I started noticing after they came on the show, they started telling other brothers. Like I may have had a brother in the C-suite, CEO kind of brother, come on the show. And he tells another CEO, hey, check this out. Then all of a sudden, but then what started happening was the numbers started moving a little bit. Then once we got about like to 50 shows, that's when the emails life changed. The emails went from like no emails to, hey, Corie, I'm a publicist from blah, blah, blah company, and I have this guest for you, and I think they would be great on Black Men Sundays.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like how you even get my email? But it's called numbers.
Right.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. People see numbers. Black Men Sundays, Black Men Sundays, we're doing all right, So after about show 50, it was like the publicist started pumping. Then what I started noticing about the publicist was, okay, they sent me like, well, we live, so I ain't gonna say that, but they would send me like some good guests. I'll just say that they would send some good guests to kind of see how they enjoyed the show, how the show looked, how it sounded. And then next thing you know, that same publicist, hey, I have this person. And then next thing you know, they have a celebrity. And I'm like, oh, hold up, man. You could have gave me the celebrity like 3 shows ago. Nah, we don't know you like that, though. We don't know you. We ain't know how you was going to handle it. We did research and found you. Then all of a sudden, those guests are, oh, man, we enjoy Black Men Sundays. We love Black Men Sundays. What started happening is those guests, and we call it the spiderweb effect. Some of those guests started sending celebrities started sending me celebrities.
Love it.
I was like, celebrities was, because at first, typically celebrities talk to you through their publicist.
Sure.
I ain't know that. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm a news photographer. I don't talk to celebrities unless I'm at like a media event.
Right.
But I started noticing, okay, celebrities talk to you through their publicist, but if they really feeling you and they like you, at the end of that Black Men Sunday show, before they hang up, they was like, hold on. Here's all my social media handles. This is my email. This is my phone. You hit me directly.
Yeah.
But then those same publicists kept sending more people. So that's when I knew, okay, we on to something. And again, like I said, going back to answering your question, the whole thing is I cater the show to the guests. So imagine we in the barbershop or we in the beauty salon. You know, I got braids, you know, I'm covered up, right? I'm supposed to be taking my braids out right now, but I'm talking to you. So that's why I got this hat on. I'm just, yeah. But I'm saying, but at the same time, though, imagine you're in that setting. They talking that talk.
Oh yeah.
They might say somebody feelings might get hurt. Who cares? But they keeping it. They're not intentionally hurting your feelings. They're just saying you wrong. This is what you should do. So we do that on Black Men Sundays too, and that's what makes it nice because the guests come on. My brothers talk to the guests when they're available, and when I edit, because again, it goes back to the conversation of being able to use my day job skill set to do something for me. Like remember when I said the Excel and Shane, she was on the template. Now I don't do the template. I make templates.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would go back, listen to the show. I'm editing the show, and I'm like, oh, just the title right here. Oh, this is that. Let me post these little snippets.
Yeah.
And so we out here, Black Men Sundays.
I love it. And you know, I want to share too. One thing, I have another question, but I want to share too, because I think in this line of work or passion, people, it can perceive, oh, they just get on and talk and blah, blah, blah. But it takes strategy. It takes skills. It takes discipline. You have to edit. You have to split. You have to loop. You have to, it's a skill and it takes times. And a lot of times people are like, oh, can you get, you know, but no. This is a skill to it. You know what I mean? And you have a certain eye for certain things, you know, so this is a game, a lane that, is respected. I think it's respected more from people in the game, but I think it's gaining more because not everybody can just hop on or whatever. But to be professionally trained, you're in news, you come from news and your background and all that. So that's just extra layers to like the real deal, you know, like what you're getting, what you're bringing to the table. So like David says, from the table to the kitchen. Did I say that right, David? From the table to the kitchen. You have to elaborate that on that. Did you say that, Corie? Is that a quote from you, or is he saying that?
He probably just, you know, took
David, drop an elaboration.
But, you know, I'm more from the porch to the living room to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? But you know, no, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing because I think that's what's important in our community is like because I feel like if you come off and you're talking, because here's the thing, like these days people want realness.
Yeah,
they don't want you talking like this. Hi, my name is Corie Murray, and they want that realness. So I'm like, oh, I'm real, but it's funny though because it's a challenge being real. Because my wife be like, now Corie, you can be real, but don't be too blackety black. Now they ain't gonna like that. Now they'll like don't go to work and be the Henny Corie. Be the orange juice, Corie. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just kind of just giving you the example.
Right.
Don't be too turned up, basically. But the thing of
that is funny
because people, I mean, come on, like, what's the first thing you see when you see me? Let's be honest. What's the first thing you see? Come on, man. And that's why the show called Black Men Sunday.
I love it. And,
you know what I'm saying? And I know you're probably gonna ask me that because I ain't gonna lie, like I thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
Because Black men, we positive, we strong.
Yeah.
We got that beautiful skin, the cocoa butter from the Palmers and all. Palmers, I'm gonna need to check, by the way. I mentioned y'all like 4 times.
Oh, come on, promo.
You know what I'm saying? We age good.
Yeah, black don't crack, baby.
But then all of a sudden, I call it Black Men Sundays, and people like, yo, how you gonna say Black men?
Because that alone sometimes can be intimidating for some reason. Black men, ooh, that's a hard title. You're gonna go with black. You gonna leave with black? But you're a black man.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm a black man. My coworkers love me.
Yeah.
Like at my wedding, I ain't gonna lie, it was more coworkers than my family there. Like, let's keep it real. My coworkers don't look like me, but they love me.
Yeah.
Right. So let's not get it misconstrued.
No.
It's Black Men Sundays. Like we talking about this elevation.
Yes.
So at the same time, don't think, oh, it's Black Men Sundays, but I'm white. I can't.
Yeah.
So nah.
No.
If you do your homework, click Orlando.com/Black Men Sundays. Just white folks on there, man. And they love what we do. They love it. Because again, it goes back to what you were saying about we ain't on there talking trash. We know I ain't gonna cuss on here because I was gonna say the
Keep
other
it clean
word.
now, brother. Keep it clean.
Yeah. Okay. No, you gotta let me know. I be done took it back to the Newport News on you. But we ain't on there talking trash. We're speaking intelligently. And when I have the guests on, it's not like I'm on there freestyling and I do research. That's where the journalism comes in.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm researching the guests. I'm looking at their credentials. I'm looking at, it's Black Men Sunday. So if you from HBCU and I see, oh, you have a PhD from North Carolina State A&T University. You have a master's from Alabama State.
Yeah.
Guess what? When I intro you, I'm mentioning that because I'm fam you over here. So I'm mentioning that. You know what I mean? Because it's important.
Yes.
Because I feel like now it's cool though. Like it's cool to say FAMU. They got FAMU LeBron jerseys and all that. But I remember when I was at FAMU when it was a black school, like it was straight, like right now.
Right, Corie.
Yeah. Listen, man, you got me on here on the Friday. I told you, man, I don't play no games. I don't went on breakfast with Bridget on Channel 6 this morning.
I saw that.
And I slayed that thing. So I'm about to slay this too. Let's go.
Come in the room. I love it. But no, let me go back to because I have the privilege to like your coworkers, that whole we just gonna drop WKMG News 6 in which you can find Black Men Sundays feature as well. That they are like an extension of, like you said, like family, you know what I mean? And so I love the fact that breaking down stereotypes, when you hear the name Black Men alone, period. And then Sundays at that, you're not Saturdays, you put Sundays behind it. So it's like, and to really show up as who you are, to show that this is a welcoming platform and the Black man is a welcoming being, a beautiful, welcoming being too. And if we can just kind of, I want you to take us into like one of the projects, like in this past November, you were hands and feet in the community. Tell us about one of those major projects. Walk us through that. What did that look like, Corie?
Oh, I didn't know you was nice like that, though.
Come on, I'm smooth with it now.
I know, but I mean, you what? I'm sitting here like, yes, thanks you for asking me that question. All right, so check it out. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start the conversation. Believe in yourself. Period. So here's how this whole thing started. So every year I make New Year's resolutions. Everybody that knows me pre-2022. Oh, I was scared of dogs. I almost like at work, if there was a shoot with a reporter and they was doing anything dog related, oh no, don't take Corie. He's not gonna. Corie gonna be on top of that car running. I ain't gonna be able to turn no camera on. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? 2023, Corie got a dog. Corie got a Chihuahua. 8 weeks. He couldn't move. He couldn't bark. I nurtured him. Now the wife got him for me for Christmas. I was like, wow. A year later, I was like, okay, he's cool. I'm used to dog. I want a pit bull now. I want an athletic dog. I got that athletic dog. Okay. I was scared. We got him in August. 8 weeks. I was scared. I was like, he was little. He was the same size as the pit bull, but his teeth. This man had like Dracula teeth. It was like, whoa, he had like triple the teeth of the Chihuahua. I was like, whoa, if he bite me, he gonna mess me up.
Right.
I was scared of him. The wife was in tears. How you gonna buy this dog? We ain't even had no conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So, but guess what? I got over the fears. Right. So when we're talking about like breaking down these stereotypes, every year I would add a resolution. Like, 2023,
Mm-hmm.
when January came, I said my resolution, I wanted, like, because the podcast was starting to move a little bit. Channel 6 was rocking with us.
Yeah.
We were starting to get some love. So I said, I don't want this to just be a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I want Black Men Sundays to be a movement.
Mm-hmm.
A movement. I want community initiatives.
Right.
So Lisa Bell, I gotta shout out my girl Lisa Bell, news anchor at News 6. I didn't realize she was on the board at the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
And she's and I basically just kind of pitched my idea of, August, September. Hey, I would like to do a turkey drive. And I love sneakers. I was like, I want to do a sneaker drive. I was whatever kind of clicked, I was gonna rock with it.
Okay.
And the turkey drive idea started moving a little bit. Like I kind of pitched it to a few people. People was like, yo, you need some money, I'll give you money. I'm like, yo, you give me money now. They're like, yeah. I was like, hold on, I ain't even set up yet. So I went home. My wife, business owner, has an INC. All that. I said, hey, I need a I forgot what they call it, the square. I need a square. The square app where people want to just swipe and give me money. I set that up, and the turkey drive was born. You know what I'm saying? And then News 6 was kind of caught wind of it. They were like, hey, Corie, like it was. So imagine this: you a news photographer. I might be outside for like 3-4 hours, 5 hours in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, nah, Corie, come in the studio, put a suit or something on, and just talk about your initiative. What would you do? I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I could do that? And they was like, yeah. But they ain't know, you know what I'm saying? They ain't know I wasn't shot. It was like, typically camera guys, and I hate when people call me because I ain't no cameraman. I'm nice with it. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when you think of a photojournalist or a cameraman, you don't think of someone that can talk on camera. But because I went to FAMU, you learn the full job. You learn the producer work. You learn the photojournalist work. You learn how to write. You learn how to present. You learn how to look on camera. But at the same time, what I got from my FAMU education is, from all that, it taught me how to believe and be myself, to the point where News 6 believed in me deeper than just a photojournalist. Oh, you want empowerment? See, I'm already there. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Believing in myself. Because I'm thinking about it. If I ain't believing myself and they say, hey, Corie, come in the studio. I'm like, hold on, y'all got like 1 million viewers every day.
Yeah.
Y'all want me in the studio with a mic on with the main anchors? Like, I don't know. Yeah. But there's some say, hold up, dog, you do a podcast for an hour every Sunday. And you only gonna be on there for 3-4 minutes. And then I started going on. I did their morning show, their 9 a.m. show at the time. Mm-hmm. And it really hit home for me, honestly, when I did the 9 a.m. show. And I ain't gonna lie, that was like my first time, like live in like a top 20 market. And I was on that thing for like 5 minutes, and I was just getting it.
Yeah.
And I got off the set, and I had a nice amount of money just from those viewers. And I said, oh, this is the power of the media. Mm-hmm. Because people these days don't believe in the media because of certain certain political aspects. I'll just say that, we live right now. We was recorded, I rock out. But I'm just saying, because of that, what starts to happen is you start kind of seeing, oh, this is a power that I have now. I can be this, I can do this. As long as I can present it and deliver, we in here. So Lisa Bell hooked me up with the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Club was cool. They gave me one location.
Yeah.
I said, nah, give me another location. We good. The money started coming through. Location. And then a brother at one of the other locations hit me up. Say, hey man, you should do this community center in Winter Garden. Shout out to the Maxie Community Center out there where, it's a lot of grandmothers taking care of the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their mom's trying to get right or whatever, but the grandmas is the one cooking and all that.
Right.
I love that grandma cooking, you know what I'm saying? But the grandma needed some bread though, grandma retired, and she wasn't setting her retirement up for inflation and all that. So yeah.
And you took it there and you said, let me just show up, and Black Men Sundays, we have feet and we're going to go into the community. All you need to do is to be placed with the right connection, and you made it happen because your heart was in the right place. Your heart was there. And so that's just something that, like, in the form of a meal that will go on beyond that, because it's the impact. It's like, man, the moment when a grandparent or whomever feels like, man, if I just had a little extra, I can bring my family together and have this meal. If I could just had a little extra. But that's when Black Men Sunday stood in the gap, so to speak, and was that change, and was that made that memory happen for those families. So kudos to you. And so, Corie, like, I always like to ask, like, I love, and people, everybody who's watching, go ahead and you got questions, you guys been chiming in with your comments, but if you got questions, just like, let's load it up. Let's maximize Corie while we have.
Yeah, let's talk. I ain't shy. Let's get it, man. I'm out here, man.
So I'll look for those comments. But guys, so Corie, so what would you say to someone who may be watching, who may have similar aspirations? Like, man, I've got something to say, or there's something, because you had to step out in faith. You had to say, oh, I have something, and you ran with it. What if there's someone that's watching, like, man, they're sitting on an idea, or they feel like, I want to do it, but I'm a little timid. Like, what would you say to that person that needs a word of advice on tonight?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You probably gonna laugh, but I'm kind of shy. Like, I'm kind of shy. Like, yeah. But again, you have to. A brother told me you have to get out of that comfort zone if you want to be successful. Like, I know you shy. That's cool.
Yeah.
But if you stepping into this podcast arena,
yeah,
people gonna want to see you live. Like, okay, you at the crib, talking, but can you be at the amphitheater? Can you be at a museum? Can you do a live show? It's like, it's the same thing. It's just, I'm just there instead of here. As long, I ain't gonna lie, as long as the AC working, because you know, like, I get high. I like my AC on 73 with the fan on. Let's get it. So if it's hot in there, I'm gonna be a little uncomfortable. Like, oh, y'all cooking me, and then people gonna be like, oh, he's nervous. He messing up. No, it's hot in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm sorry. Ask your question again. My bad.
So what would you say to someone who needs a little bit of advice? So let's use our imaginations right now. You got a brother or sister, whoever, that's having a Titanic experience. I mean, Corie, they about to sink, and they need you to reach down, Corie, with a word of advice.
All right, well, check it out. Yeah, that's easy. And my bad. I just kind of, you're good. I told you I'm like the Allen Iverson. I just kind of ride the wave a little bit. But anyway, here's the thing about it. Again, it goes back to believing in yourself, believing in who you are, and what are you presenting. See, with Black Men Sundays, okay, was what I was presenting. I already had the meat and potatoes. I just didn't know how to put it together.
Yeah.
Think about it. I already had the jambalaya. I done had the fried chicken. I done had the cheese grits, catfish with the sardines on top. You got to be from South Carolina. Shout out to Barnwell, by the way. But at the same time, being a brother, being Black, you don't want to be on there and you just blabbing and you ain't really talking, because it's a lot of shows and stuff out there where they just blabbing, not talking about nothing. But that's not what I'm about. So what I'm gonna say to brothers and sisters out there that are striving to, create their own lane, you have a phone. That phone has a camera. Get you a tripod. Get a ring light. I'm using a ring light, right? Get a ring light. Get you a microphone. If you're trying to podcast, you need a nice computer. Because you don't want to be on one of them little slow computers and they be like sticky, and the internet. Oh, you need some good internet too. You need a good internet connection. Yes. You need a nice computer. You need a microphone, the one that I'm using right now.
All right.
You need a ring light. And at that point, that's cool. You have the physical items to get what you're trying to do. But guess what? The rest of it is between them ears. See, that's the problem with people. Like, they have all these. I got $1,000 mic. I got a $5,000 computer. I got an amplifier. I got a studio. But you ain't talking about nothing. See, we giving you the game.
That's good.
It's up to you to utilize it. It's up to you to just listen to it in your car and just be chilling. But you can apply this ASAP. 105. Think about 105 hours of content, and it's not me talking. I'm bringing brothers, sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing white folks on there, and they loving it and they giving it to us because I'm tired of excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of pulling up to the hood and you got a 750 Benz in front of that apartment looking crazy. I'm sick of that. So I'm telling you, you got me on the right night tonight. You got me. You got me out here. I'm tired of that. This is why we do Black Men Sundays. I'm tired of seeing brothers got $20,000 in sneakers, but they don't own no property. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of brothers saying, I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'll figure it out when I'm in my 20s. Nah, bro, you don't even have your 401k set up. What we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't even know what a 401k is, listen to Black Men Sundays, especially because I know brothers that have jobs that have a 401k match. And they don't even use it. Free money. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real. For a good 10 years of my career, I didn't use it because I was uneducated. But then I started doing the show. Okay, like, oh, 401k, let me talk to a human relations person. Let me talk. Like, I got comfortable being in those settings. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And like you used the word comfortable, Corie, and the more we surround ourselves in the language, the more we read, the more come on, we can just Google, you know? So the more we engulf ourselves in those conversations, the more common it will become. You know, you think about like, you see like, oh man, I want me a blue Mustang, man. And all you can think about is that blue Mustang. What do you start seeing on the road? You start every day now. You see the blue Mustang everywhere. That's because your mind is focused on that thing. So whatever you envision, whatever you surround yourself in, that's what's going to manifest. That's what's going to serve you. So get in those conversations and don't be afraid to surround yourselves with people that can teach you the game. That can really teach you the game, you know. And speaking of, I know we shared a lot tonight, but like, how can people tune into Black Men Sundays? Where can we go? How can we follow? How can we support this movement?
Oh, definitely. Thanks for asking that. So first off, if you have a podcast platform, if you're on an Apple phone, the purple podcast app, just go in there, hit search Black Men Sundays. If you're on YouTube, under search Black Men Sundays. If you're on Instagram, under the search Black Men Sundays. If you're on TikTok, guess what? Black Men Sundays. So, you know, to make everything clear, all our handles is Black Men Sundays. I just do different things on them. Like the Instagram, I might just put flyers up. But the TikTok, I might put little video snippets. So like we have a show coming out tomorrow at midnight. It's funny saying tomorrow. We're really Sunday. It's Sunday at midnight, but you know, because it's kind of Saturday. It's kind of almost Saturday kind of thing. But yeah. So the thing about it is what we're doing is I put out the show at midnight. At midnight on Sunday, because his brothers in the West Coast, they be hitting me up, man. You know, midnight is 3 a.m. here. That's okay. So if I put it up at midnight, y'all get 9 p.m. But I get the midnight number, so it's still it's all good. But I'm just saying at the same time, like that's the beauty of it. So you know, all podcast platforms, also clickorlando.com / Black Men Sundays, where all our article write-ups go. That's what's unique about Black Men Sundays too. I don't know too many podcasts that has a news station like a powerhouse, like top news site in their DMA, in their market, in their area. You know, I'm breaking it down. I'm giving you the, if you're a journalist listening, if you don't know nothing about, I'm giving you the gems. So on Black Men Sundays, that's what we're doing. You know, we have the News 6 backing us, and they do an article, right? It's almost like I always compare it to like a basketball game. Like we cover the game, but then they write it up. So they're writing up about the podcast. They're using snippets about the podcast.
It's powerful.
So and that's what we're doing. We're doing this every Sunday. Like I'm not even doing a show on Easter Sunday, but guess what? I'm like 2 shows up in the bag. So the show that's running Sunday, I shot that 2 weeks ago. The show that I shot last Sunday gonna be for Easter, and the show I shoot on Sunday gonna be for the week after. So it's like we good, because I feel like in life you have to have that work home balance. And that's what I struggle with. Like when I first started Black Men Sundays, I was so hyped, like, oh man, people loving Black Men Sundays. But my wife was like, yeah, that's cool. But yo, you in the office like all day Saturday. Then when you get out the office, you know, it's time to watch Living Single. You know, Living Single come on at night.
That's what, yeah.
And you know, by 10, 11, I'm so, yeah, but I'm just saying though, Black Men Sundays, we out here, all podcast platforms, YouTube, clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, man. We out here and we're doing it. It's a beautiful thing, 105 shows. And I honestly had no idea it would even get close to this level. I was just putting out information for brothers because I was tired of the excuses.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's how it happens a lot, Corie. When they say when you meet, when you provide a solution, you know what I'm saying? When people invent stuff and it's the greatest thing ever, it's only because like, man, I couldn't figure out this, or this was aggravating me, so I just created this to provide an answer to the issue at hand. And you're like, I'm tired of the excuses, so let me provide a platform to teach y'all the game, to provide a variety of voices to strengthen our community and the culture as a whole, not just the Black community, but the community as people. And so, I mean, and it sounds like that's so relatable. It's like, which even the elements of what you said like, man, I got like 2 shows in the bank. I got a couple of shows in the bank, so I'm good. So I don't have to like play catch up. Not only that, you're like, I was just doing this because I wanted to solve this issue. So you're giving us all of these jewels in that's relatable beyond the task of a podcast, but whatever it is that you listeners and viewers want to put your hand to, like, so it's kind of like, you know, maximize. And you said you have a powerhouse backing you in the form of a news station. And just because you may not have that, get connected, viewers, get connected with people who will hold you up, who will uplift your vision, and who will not drain you. So it's kind of like, if you got people that can push you, then you're in the right place. You got somebody every time you want to tell your dream and vision to, oh, no, you're connected to the wrong source, right? Got to stay connected to positive people.
Exactly. Yeah, because that could have happened. I could have, because honestly, I mean, if we're being honest, I didn't pitch it to Black, like, you know, people that, oh, your podcast is on News 6. I didn't pitch it to them. I was kind of like, you know, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna rock with it, like the name, but at the same time, I got a CEO leaving, and I just pitched it to her. You know, she did like a farewell tour.
Yeah.
I just kind of, hey, you know, I have a podcast. I'm a news photographer.
Yeah.
It was funny. She didn't really know my name like that, right?
Yeah.
But I pitched it to her. Matter of fact, I said, you have an iPhone? She said, I opened the app, saved it on, and then, like 1, 2 in the morning, my phone, my wife looking like, who that hitting you up this time of night, you know?
Right.
And I was like, oh no, wow, this is like the leaving CEO. And she said, oh, I'll do it. I'll love it. I'll do it. But keep in mind, it wasn't like I didn't have any shows in the bag. I had 30 shows in the bag.
Yes.
But it wasn't 30 shows that were really looked at. Like you may have had, like it may have been, I may have had a few shows where it may have only had 10 people watching. But the dude was killing it. And I'm like, no. But then when I would pitch it, like to her, she watched it. And then the next thing you know, I'm in the office with the boss. Oh yeah, Corie, we love it.
Yeah.
We want it to be on our station.
Yes.
And I was kind of like, word, y'all cool with the name?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much time you got, because I really wanted to talk about this name, because this name thing, like really once I got on, I thought the name was going to be the ticket, because I didn't have any static at first. It was like everybody was loving it. So you got time? Because
yeah, of course we got time.
I'm used to doing like the morning hits. And they're like, Corie, you talked for like 5 minutes, cut them off. The producers cut me off. So I want to make sure you're good, because I can rip, you know.
I know you can rip, bro. But to highlight a little bit, because when I discovered, and I'll tell you this, Corie, because when I saw the name Black Men Sundays on that particular platform on just any news station, I was like, come again? That's my authentic response, Corie. Like, what? You know, and that just shows me that there's much room for improvement, but it could just be an internalized thing too. There's so many layers to that. So, but I was just like, oh, it made me lean in a little closer. Like, what? You know what I mean? So to have met you and to kind of get the backstory. So tell the people, I mean, yeah, the title, you told us how it came about as well, but kind of speak to the name itself a little more.
So yeah. So again, like I said, the name was cool at first. I didn't I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Black Men Sundays. It's all good. But then what started happening was when we started doing our turkey drive. That's when it started being like, oh, because I started like contacting some of my constituents. We live, I'm just say,
Yes.
and they were like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this approved. I'm like, what you mean? All I need you to do is just like put our turkeys in your freezer for like a month or whatever. Then I'll come get them moved. They were like, yeah, but we have to write a report, and then I have to put that Black Men Sundays is on the report, and that opens up. If somebody says, hey, I want to be White Men Sundays, I want to be other group, and that's when it kind of hit me like, wow, we still got a long way to go, but I'm not. And then I've even had people ask me, man, why don't you just change the name? Make it, if it was more inclusive, more people would listen.
Wow.
And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't changing the name because I know the audience that I'm targeting.
Wow.
So yeah, no, that name, that thing, it was like dagger to the chest, dagger to the heart. Oh, like
yeah.
But at the same time, I knew what we were with those people saying that.
Yeah.
I would ask them one question: have you listened to a show? No. Oof. Then they listen to a show. Oh wow, I had no idea this is what you were talking about. And then it's kind of like eating that first potato chip. Once you eat that first chip, I got you.
Got them on the hook, man. Corie, I literally just see you like on stages. I see you addressing the masses. I see you being a trailblazer, a change maker. I see that for you. And I know that Black Men Sunday is paving the way for so many of us to wear our names in honor, to wear our names without shame. And when someone there or has the audacity or the lack of knowledge to say, can you adjust? Can you shift? Can you change who you are? You didn't bow down to the identity crisis and say, oh, let me adjust so that I can get. But you stood flat-footed, as we say in the South. You stood flat-footed, kept it 100, and said, this is who I am. This is who we are. And because of that, there's so many lives that are going to be changed. So I'm just excited about your future. And I know the time has been well spent, Corie, but are you going to come back and hang out with us some more?
Yeah, hang out whenever you want me to, definitely. Because we ain't even get to the mental health stuff. Like I can go to like 11, but we ain't doing that. It's Friday night tournament on. I got you, but now I can come back whenever. Like this is like love to me because this is what I love to do. You know? And I'm doing. I mean, I have 105 shows, so I can talk. You could ask my coworkers. They was like, wow. We know you were a photojournalist, but we didn't know you could talk like that. I'm like, ask my grandma when I was like 5. She said, you talking, you don't never shut up. So there you go.
There you go. But that's the perfect platform. You know what I mean? Because there's so much to be said,
Yeah.
So I love your heart behind it, like the wealth and the generation. So give us in the order again. You said generational wealth.
Yep. Generational wealth, mental health, finance and business, Black Men Sundays. Yep.
Wow.
And the new show drops this Sunday at midnight, all platforms. Yes. Matter of fact, just go to our YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search Black Men Sundays. Go to your Instagram and TikTok and follow us. We giving it to you. Let's go. No excuses is over. I'm tired of hearing, oh, I'm young. Oh, I ain't know. Bro. 105 episodes. What you mean you don't know? What we talking about? What we talking about?
You gotta know by now.
Over. Yeah, come on, it's 24. What we doing?
Yes. Corie, we have some people chiming in and say
let's talk. Can I interact with some of your
You certainly can.
Yeah, let's get it.
Certainly can. Someone is saying that they're definitely going to check out your episodes and that there's no excuses. I love it. You guys are absolutely right, man. It's time for no excuses when you have the tools in front of you. He said generational wealth, mental. I mean, these are the components of life that can literally make or break you. And earlier, Carolette Thomas says a domino effect, because what we do for ourselves, what we allow in our own circles, it pours out into our families, you know what I'm saying? Our spouses, like our children, it continues on. So that generational component of it is important. And so we have to utilize ourselves and get the tools through resources like Black Men Sundays to be like, all right, let me learn about this. Let me dig a little deeper, So it's up to us. Nobody's going to make us do it. Nobody's going to do it for us, I love it. I love it. Let's see who we got here. Yeah, Corie, we just got a lot of people just supporting you, bro. Just supporting you and just kind of saying those affirmations in here in the comments. So we appreciate y'all for rocking out. So you guys make sure you subscribe. You subscribe. You tune in. We have Lenora Feather. He said this is very much needed. Very much needed. So see, Corie, you are encouraging hearts all around. So we appreciate your time. This is awesome. So we're gonna put some links to his outlets in the comments. Those are going to be pinned. But thank you guys for tuning in on tonight. Corie, is there anything else you would like to add? I know Corie can go on for another 2 hours now, but we're gonna hold him back a little bit on tonight so we can have some more stuff he got endless stuff to talk about. But Corie, is there anything else that you would like to mention on tonight?
Yeah, I just want to close it with 3 things: believe in yourself, believe in your vision, and believe in your goals. Because think about it. If you don't believe in any of that, and I'm your boss, and I could talk you out of all 3 of them, who are you really? Let's go. Black Men Sundays, I'm out of here. Happy Friday. Many blessings to everybody on here. I'm just letting y'all know, man, I believe in myself. Think about it. I had a stuttering problem when I was a kid. I stutter still, but because I know I'm on your show, I'm actually thinking, okay, every word I say, don't stutter. And I'm smooth with it.
Smooth.
So believe in yourself. Yes. And check us out. Black Men Sundays, 105. Well, it'll be 105 on Sunday. We're at now, but hey, once you hit that 100 mark, people know you serious out here. And we locked in. Believe and also put that work in. Like, it's easy to just sit back and just talk, but now put the work in. We doing community initiatives.
Yes.
Thanks to the Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida, we have a partnership with them. The Mental Health Association of Central Florida, the mental health. You hear me? We have a partnership. We out here. And we got so many more. I'm not going to mention, but we have so many more partnerships coming up.
Yes.
I already know the turkey drive built in. We did it last year. We did 3 community centers. I was only trying to do 50 turkeys. We did over 200.
Beautiful.
3 community centers. So, we add more to that this year, and we have some more things coming up. So, when I'm talking about Black Men Sundays, I'm not just a podcast where I'm on here talking. We giving you the game. We bringing the brothers to you. We bringing the sisters to you. They in the C-suite. These brothers are entrepreneurs. These brothers are killing it. These brothers may have 7, 8 streams of income.
Yeah.
So if you sleeping, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry tomorrow. I'm out.
I love it. You guys heard it here with Corie Murray. He is the host, founder, CEO, you name it, of Black Men Sundays. It's beyond a podcast. It's a movement. Corie, I can't wait to celebrate you when we have our party, our kickoff for the 150th show or 200. So we got to do red carpet. We got to go in now. We got to go in.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, my next move is because I'm getting a lot of brothers saying, man, we love your podcast. We want to see you live. I'm hearing brothers saying we want to see you live. So if y'all listening to this, if you have access to a museum, a symposium at a college, just anywhere, access to a club, and you have a guest, hit me up. We pull up. I got camera crew ready to go right now, man.
Yep.
So let's go. Black Men Sundays. And I do this thing live too. So people go like, oh, you at the house? It's easy. Okay, but it's easy. As long as my mouth works, we good to go. As long as the guest shows up, we good.
And if they don't show up, you still good.
No, I ain't even worried. The guests don't show up, I carry it. I carry. So
yes.
Yep.
Yes. Oh man, I see that for you though. I see those areas, man. So again, we salute you, Corie. Thank you so much for who you are to our community. Thank you so much for who you are to the culture. All right, guys, we're signing off for now. We're definitely going to have Corie back, and he's going to enlighten us some more. Thank you for making us aware of Black Men Sundays. We salute you, sir, and we bless you. You guys have a good night.